Monday, May 8th, 2023. That's right. Barry Funkhauser here. Good evening. Welcoming once again those of you who are suffering tragically from the writer's strike and there's nothing on television to watch. Welcome all you new listeners to the Barry Funkhauser Show. Joe's here too. Hello, Joe.
Hi, how are you? I'm okay. I had a long Cinco de Mayo weekend. Give me a break.
Did you eat the worm?
No, I never eat the worm. That's gross.
Well, it's an exciting day again because we've got a very cool band, Ray, Lucian, Court, and Albero. They're in a band called Last Planet. Welcome to the program.
Hello.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, man.
Did I say everybody's name right?
Did we forget somebody?
Yeah.
Are there only 4 of you or are there 5?
We play with up to 6 of us, but there's only 4 of us on the call.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, then I can be the unofficial 5th member of the band. There we go.
Yeah, both of you guys. Now we got 6.
Hey, all right, there's 6. All right, good. Okay, we're ready.
Yeah, I'll play the rain stick.
Nice.
I got the triangle. Oh, no, wait. I want cowbell.
Need more cowbell.
Dang, unfortunately, we're all rain stick and triangle players as well, so I think we got to.
Oh, man.
We need some more diversity.
Well, just this year, you guys have dropped 3 singles.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh my gosh, what a sound that's coming out of Oakland. Can you tell us where you guys found each other? It wasn't on an app, was it? Because we met a band. I mean, I'm not knocking it. But there's this app that you can swipe on band members, and that's how the new bands are finding each other.
Wow,
Blew my mind.
It's like
Tinder for bands.
Yeah.
I think it's called bandmates.
Bandmates.
Oh, nice. I love that.
So how did you guys form?
Alvaro, you want to take that?
Yeah. Court and I actually met while we were working at Guitar Center. Both of us basically started working there right out of college while we were trying to figure out our lives. And one night we were closing up the shop and I grabbed a ukulele off the wall and just was like messing around and started singing Colt 45 by Afro Man. And
shredding on your tiny guitar.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. And Court was like, "Hey, wanna be in a band? Wanna play music together?"
Yeah.
And yeah, it was as simple as that. The funny thing is, we didn't actually start like hanging out and playing music together until probably like 6 months after he quit working at Guitar Center.
Yeah, it was right as you were quitting, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I do have a question about your Guitar Center. Did you guys have like all Guitar Centers, did you guys have the sign that says no playing Stairway to Heaven?
I think that was like a known thing. They didn't have
it was
a sign, but yeah.
Because like the one down by I live literally like a mile away from the Ventura Guitar Center, and that one and the Hollywood one, they do have signs that say like,
really,
no
wow,
that's awesome. Yeah, it's like no Stairway to Heaven, no Enter Sandman.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was just implied. If you started playing it, our store manager would start yelling at you.
Yeah. No Wonderwall.
Yeah. No Wonderwall. That's another good one.
But yeah, and then so we started jamming with a few like iterations, a few different groups of people. We went through a few different drummers, and for one reason or another didn't work out. And so like I was reaching out to friends all over the place for connection to drummers, and a friend of a friend who's in the music scene around here recommended Lyman, who's our current drummer. He's not on this call, but he told me this guy's
He's
the
busy
best drummer
drumming
in the Bay
right
Area.
now.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, okay, hell yeah. Best drummer in the Bay Area. That's a pretty good recommendation. So we brought him on. And then Lucian, at the time when we were like first forming this band, Lucian was still playing in China.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah.
How did you get over there?
Yeah, Lucian, you want to talk about your whole kind of journey and then meeting Ray and what you guys have been doing?
Oh, yeah. I guess there's a lot of demand for Western music in East Asia and Southeast Asia. So it's a good place to cut your teeth in the music industry out there.
I had no idea.
I thought that was a thing with ska, but maybe that's Japan. I don't know.
Lucian, you were playing a lot of ska, right?
Yeah, I was in a Chinese skinhead like ska punk band. That was crazy. They're called the Bricks. Their logo was like a brass knuckles, and like they're super punk. Everybody's awesome. Like wearing Doc Martens and suspenders on stage and stuff, but singing in Chinese. It's crazy. And dude, the fans.
So basically, if I want to recreate the '90s, I have to go over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's cool.
90s with cell phones. That's what's happening over there. Okay. So then how'd you find Ray then?
Yeah, Lucian, you want to talk about that one? Or Ray?
Or Ray?
We are one. No,
Ray and I met at work during COVID, and it was great because there's this studio near our work called Soundwave Studios where Last Planet had started rehearsing. They actually got a full-time rehearsal space, so we could come in there at any hour of the day and rehearse or practice individually.
That's always nice.
Yeah, so I brought Ray to a rehearsal. She started singing backup, and now she's a lead singer.
Yeah. So I'm hearing, forgive me if I butcher this, but I'm hearing like Massive Attack, and I'm hearing a little Tame Impala in there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm hearing some digital alternative kind of sound going down. Is that what's happening in the local music scene up there in NorCal? Like, why did you choose to sound the way you are?
Oh man,
that's a great question that I don't know if any of us actually know the answer to, because I think this sound found us more than we found it.
totally.
Interesting. Okay.
It's just kind of evolved into this organically, and I'm super stoked about how all these different elements between like kind of the electronic sounds and then the more authentic and rock centric sounds kind of meld together, and well,
I think with so many different types of people in the band, you all have like different musical tastes and influences. Okay, here, I got a question for you. Each of you, there's four members of the band here. Each of you, just give me one influence. We'll start with Court. Go ahead, Court. Give me one influence for making.
Oh yeah, mine. You wouldn't really hear it in our sound much at all, but I think it goes into like more how I write lyrics, and especially in some of our upcoming music. But mine would be like Chris Cornell and Soundgarden.
Okay, see that? Okay, that's a good start. Okay, Ray, what about you?
Mine would be Lenny Kravitz.
Pretty different than Soundgarden, I would say. Lucian, what about you?
For Last Planet, as far as saxophone goes, I think a lot about Clarence Clemens. Sax player.
Again, completely different than the other two that we've seen. All right, last one, Albero. What about you? What is your one influence if you had to pick one?
Pink Floyd.
See, look at that. Yeah. Okay, you take all of those together. You got Soundgarden. You got a famous sax player. You got Pink Floyd. You put all of those together. Like that's how you get your sound. It's that crazy combination of all of your musical influences. You mash them together in a blender, and then you try to form something out of that from the remains.
Yeah, I think our songs have formed by like usually it starts with Alvaro, and that Pink Floyd thing is interesting because he's made like some of our like key like the sounds of like the guitars and stuff he made himself on his computer, but then every person like adds their thing on top of it, and that's like actually how we make the record. Is he starts with like a bass track, then we send it over to Ray or whatever, and then it gets sent to Lucian, then it keeps going around until we're done.
Start your layering.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you could like email each other these mix files, right? Where you
exactly.
That's crazy. Pink
Postal
Floyd couldn't do that.
Style. Oh, but Postal Service totally did.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, just the digital version of that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so at what point, you guys have been a band for how long now?
I This iteration of the band with like Ray singing lead vocals, like a year, and we haven't
that
been.
all.
What?
No, yeah,
Wild.
I'm sorry. I'm a little
wild.
flabbergasted by.
EP came out in 2020, I believe, maybe even 2021, but that was a different like iteration of the band, I would say, for the most part.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about how tight you've only a year with Ray and you sound this tight already. That's where I'm getting to.
That's such a great. I'm flattered. Also, we haven't been in the same part of the world for this year. We've been recording with each other because Ray and Lucian, 2 days ago, you guys just got back from Thailand for the last year and a half?
Yeah.
Wow.
So they've been gigging there, and then we send tracks to each other from across the world. That's like the process I was talking about. They came back briefly for like a week, once or twice, and we just like, recorded frantically during that time, and then we like finished the tracks by sending files back and forth.
Okay, that makes it even that much more impressive.
Hey, how cool is it though? Because I think you guys are on different time zones too, so you can go to sleep at night, email the file, and then wake up in the morning, and the other half of the band has been working.
No, that's exactly right. Dude. Yeah, the hard part would be like meeting and getting on the same page, because it'd have to be like, all right, 7 p.m. when you wake up, and we're not, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so at what point, I mean, this question's kind of weird now because you guys haven't even been like in a place together, and now you're touring, you got all these dates coming up. At what point did it feel like a real band? Like when you were in front of an audience maybe, and you were like, hey, this is working. Like, this is something we should put more time into, or more, this might actually turn out being the only thing we do with ourselves,
Yeah, for me, I'll start off. I think there's a show we played actually at this like food festival in Berkeley, and it was, I don't know what it was about that particular show, but I remember a moment on stage where I was just like, this really feels right. Like, I can see this really becoming something I'm super proud of.
That's rad. So it was on stage at Berkeley for you. That's cool. So go ahead, Ray.
I was going to say, for me, one of those moments was when we started writing like songs together. It's like, like I said, I was kind of just in the background at first and didn't really want to step on too many toes. So when they invited me to come start writing songs with them, that's when I was like, okay, it feels like a band.
Yeah. For me, when you were that one time, like when you guys came back briefly and we like for like a day and a half, you were in the vocal booth. Certain moments during that, I was like, oh, okay, I think we've got something here. Like certain things that would come across when we were making these songs. I was like, I had a good feeling.
Yeah.
So the band's only been together in Oakland for how long now? A month? A couple weeks?
A
0
2 days? 3 hours? I mean, when did Ray get off the plane?
We're not together yet.
You're not even together yet? Oh my God.
No, we're in Los Angeles right now, actually.
Oh, hey, you guys want to go get coffee after that?
Yeah. How about that weather?
We're gonna be busking after this.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys should come out and watch them busk, watch them play some music.
Oh, it's always fun.
Are you for real busking? Are you just playing with us, or are you for real going? Where are you going?
We bought a speaker yesterday.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
I hope it's the party box.
It is.
Where are you going?
Dude, we're going a lot of places. We're going like West Hollywood, Topanga area. Then we're gonna do one that's going along like the beach, like Huntington. Santa Monica does too much, requires permits and shit. So we're not hitting Santa Monica.
Oh.
But we're gonna hit the OC, and then I have family in the Inland Empire, so I got some places out there that we're gonna hit too.
Oh, wild. So that's awesome. So you're going to just get back into the California vibe and busk some Wow, that's so interesting to me. And
You
Santa
know-
Monica, you need a license.
Oh yeah,
huh?
you need like lots of permits.
'Cause I was gonna
to hit
recommend-
3rd Street.
3rd Street
Yeah.
Promenade, but I guess not.
Yeah, because I'm from down here, so I was like, that's the first place I thought of too. But yeah, they do a lot. They make you do a lot to play there.
We might go to the 3rd Street Promenade and then walk a block away and see if we can get away with it.
Right.
Well, with
Don't get
everything
arrested
changing,
before you come up here.
yeah, with everything changing, I mean, Silver Lake might be in there too, or
Ooh.
Eagle Rock, things of that nature.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I haven't been to the E-Rock in a while.
I know. Well, I don't know the laws, but if you play good enough, I don't think anyone will bother you.
That's really the trick, honestly. I was looking online. They're like, just don't fuck it up for everybody's vibe, and you'll be good.
Don't suck, and we'll let you keep going. Is basically the rule. All right, so instead of busking, soon you guys are actually going to meet up and see each other in person physically, and actually go and do some dates, some shows, some tours and concerts and stuff.
Yeah.
Where are you playing next? Like actually playing, not busking on 3rd Street or anything. Like actually playing.
So wait, are you? Is this you sharing the screen right here?
Yeah, this is me.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, that's Barry sharing the screen.
Yeah, this is most of our dates. There's a few that aren't up yet, but yeah, our first date is at this
Contra Costa.
Yeah, it's Contra Costa County Fair
In
little bit of a
Antioch.
tongue
That's
twister.
like
Yeah.
Antioch, man.
That's a big deal. That's the Contra Costa County, Contra Costa County. Wow, that's hard to say. Contra Costa County Fair is actually a big deal. So that's a good.
Oh
that's a
yeah,
good
okay,
venue for you guys.
nice. Yeah, we're just trying to build up our audience, get as many listeners as we can to hopefully get them returning to more shows in the future.
Absolutely.
Now, okay, so let me ask you, because you can see all the tour dates at your website, lastplanetband.com. Last Planet sounds like a head shop to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I get all my glass bubblers.
It was a head shop. I'm pretty sure it was somewhere.
So what do you guys prefer more? What's better in your eyes? Is it performing or producing? Do you like the whole process of making music, or do you like the whole production of playing it in front of people?
Oh, that's a good
hard question. Very hard question. You can have percentages of both, I think.
Yeah, I mean they're so different, and they scratch different itches for me. Like the song composition and the writing process and recording, that those really creative moments are something I definitely crave, and that's where a lot of the catharsis is. But then I don't know, on stage it's just this high that you can't really get anywhere else, and it's so it's an amazing feeling. So I mean, for me the percentages would be like probably 60%, 65% performance, and then 35 on the writing side.
Like that 5% adjustment. Real specific.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ray and Lucian, what about you guys?
Similar. Mine's kind of similar, but I think in the past year I've really kind of developed like a love for performing the music. And what's crazy is even though we've been in Thailand, we actually performed some Last Planet songs, just like kind of with the stems, just me and Lucian, and everyone really loves it. So it's really cool to see that, really across the world, it's music that people still connect with.
Yeah. Now, Ray, let me dig into Ray here for a second. Now you're a singer, right? Your instrument is the microphone, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so explain to me that process. Like, were you a solo singer in the past, or were you with another band? Or I'm always interested in the process of a singer-songwriter.
Yeah. Well, so I am a solo recording artist. I do more like neo soul, hip hop, R&B kind of things, but I've always had a love for rock music. And I was in like a battle of the bands in in high school. Like I've been playing guitar since like the 8th grade. So I was always had like kind of two sides that I nurture with my musical tastes, I guess. And so, yeah, when the opportunity came to just play with the band, when I was just singing backups, I was like, this is pretty cool. And it's just kind of developed naturally from there, which is always nice.
Yeah, you seem to have a natural singing voice. It's perfectly complemented with all of the jams that are going down.
Good.
I have a personal question for Ray.
Uh-oh, look out.
Do you still run?
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
you do.
Yeah.
Look out.
Nice, because I also am a runner. So
what do you run?
I like the fact that you run. I don't do sprints anymore. I'm trying for distance, but last August, my wife and I did the Hood to Coast Relay Rally.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not familiar, you run like 18 miles over 24 hours as a relay race. You're going from the top of Hood Mountain or Mount Hood all the way to the coast by Astoria. So it's like 199 miles. Yeah, it's 199 miles, and you have a team of 12, and you take turns. But I was looking you up just now, and it looks like you ran in high school. I don't know if you ran in college, but it's cool that you're a runner. I love runners.
Yeah, I ran high school at Irvine High. Ran in college at Drake University. I'm like a 400-meter runner. But now I also am going for distance. So we just did the Spartan race in Thailand, which was like...
Oh, nice. Yeah, I missed out. I grew up in Orange County as well. I went to Survey.
Oh, sick. Yeah, I grew up in Irvine, like, since like elementary school all the way through high school.
Yeah,
so.
Irvine.
So
I thought there were a bunch
stuff.
I only thought there were a bunch of high buildings there. I didn't know that.
That's how it looks. But my mom was
much,
going to UCI, so
Oh.
That's where I live.
Nice. Yeah. Hey, you know what? There are worse places to live than Irvine.
Oh,
and
it's
be
nice.
Like,
yeah.
You're 10 minutes away from Newport Beach. It's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
No, and we went every Sunday. I feel you.
Yeah. See, like here's a question that only Orange County people know. What street did you go to?
What street?
Everybody had a street when they went to Newport. Like our street was 50th.
Oh, 50th was good actually.
Well, what's that?
Yeah, 50th was a good street. But we didn't go to Newport so often.
Oh no! Oh yeah.
No.
I'm older than you, so it's 20 years before your time.
But we went to Corona Del Mar a lot. We went to Laguna Beach a lot, and we went to Huntington Beach a lot.
Yeah. Oh man. Crystal Cove.
Crystal Cove for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. See, oh man, I love Orange County people. I'm so excited I could talk to you about Orange County stuff. All right. Okay. I'm done. Barry, go.
Okay. Well. Okay, so you guys are kind of in Oakland now, and it's all California anyway. So tell me about this latest album. It's called Whiskey Breath, right? And is it your first together or second? I'm confused.
Well, this is a single. They're all singles.
Oh, okay. All right. I see. So there's no album yet. See, that's the thing. Like we were Joe, you remember we were talking to another, what was her name? Regina Ferguson, and
it's a singles world now.
It's a singles world now. So tell us about that.
So as we were like making music and trying to start kind of getting it off the ground and playing live, I was doing a lot of like research, listening to podcasts, trying to like just get all the best information about like what people are doing and what works. And the singles game is how you build momentum on Spotify, it turns out. So that's basically and like, I don't know, I think it kind of works, and I like being able to just finish a song and put it out and kind of like, observe what happens with that song and then continue on with the next one. And I don't know, for a band that's like still like, growing their sound and expanding their sound, it's kind of nice to be able to put a song out and then observe it, do another one, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, cool. Feed off the energy from your fans, getting that new music on a constant drip,
Exactly.
Yeah. And there always has to be like a data guy or girl in the band. Court, are you that me. One? Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, I do that like for my day job as well. So
Yeah, he shows up to band practice and he's like, okay, here are the metrics.
Yeah. Although recently I've been doing it, don't tell them, but more like 90% for the band and 10% for my job. But don't say anything about that.
All right, you're not sharing the podcast with your work people now. That's great.
Yeah,
thanks.
Maybe not this part at least. I'll tell them to turn it off. Cut it right at this minute and turn it back on later.
It's all the same. It's all productive. Everything works together. Okay, nobody get your panties in a ruffle. It's all data.
Yeah. No, but so what we decided is like it's also a cadence to like hold ourselves to, so that we can like basically be on a schedule. It's like, okay, we got to keep making music. We're releasing a new song the first Friday of every month. So as it turns out, that's today. So we released Seaglass today.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I mean, you released it on Friday. It's Monday now. I mean, we're in the future, my friend. So,
Oh, right.
Hope you had a really good, successful weekend with Seaglass. That's good.
We released Seaglass on Monday. It blew up over the weekend. Yeah.
So, okay, and that's my favorite song of your guys's, Seaglass. It's really strikingly attention-getting.
Thank you.
Yeah, so how did you do that? How did you do it overseas, like connecting everybody together? Is this one of those songs that you mixed virtually?
Yeah. Alvaro, why don't you talk about making that sound?
Yeah. It just kind of happened, honestly.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
I think I actually like recorded the like very basic structure of the song probably like 3 years ago now. And I had just discovered Masego, and I was like just listening to him nonstop, and I actually recorded it at first to just have like a loop to jam over. I wasn't planning on turning it into something that would actually be released ever. And I think I played it for Court at some point, and he was like, "Oh, dude, we gotta turn this into something real." Mm-hmm. And yeah, it just kind of naturally took its course from there.
And Ray, did you write the words?
No, that was Alvaro and Court.
Wow.
I actually got to record it live with them though, so that was nice. Like it happened on one of those times we were home. But yeah, they wrote it.
As I remember, I think you helped write we brought lyrics and we had a spot or a few places where you were like, yeah.
That's true. But you had like the concept figured out for the most part. Like I just kind of I was there with the massaging part bit.
Yeah. Our next song that's coming out, 1 month from today though, Ray wrote the vast majority of all the lyrics and the melody and all that.
God, I feel like we have to have you back every week or every month.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, well, how do you guys, now that everybody's like in California, you guys are going to, start being, face to face again. How do you think that's going to change how you guys write songs?
Oh, that's a great question.
You've had one thing down where you've been sending stuff back and forth, but now you're actually going to be face to face in a studio, like trying to figure out some sounds. Like, how is that going to be different for you?
For me, so on Seaglass too, I also remember like we sent that one and maybe 4 or 5 others over to Ray and Lucian, and like they were listening to them in their car ride on their way over because they were only here for a few days. So we had to like be really efficient. So they were like going over what they thought they could add. And Lucian, you just came up with that like stacked saxophone part like in the car on the way to my house, right? I kind of remember you like walking in the door with like, I've got an idea for this one.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite part of the song. I love that.
Yeah. With them here, I feel like there's a lot more like ability to like add more elements like that. Like a few of these songs, we were across the world and we were like, for this monthly release cadence, we were kind of racing to a degree. But now that we can sit down and like throw things back and forth, I feel like there'll be a lot more time and room to like say, well, what about this? What about this? And I think that'll help us in our writing process. And of course, like playing live, like honestly, I don't even know what to expect, but I think it'll like really help us gel as well.
Yeah, totally.
I can't wait to just like spend time with the band and like listen to music with the band together, come up with ideas together. Because that's something that we haven't done in a while.
Oh, don't worry, you're gonna have like 5-hour road trips in bands to listen to all of your music. You can like throw on, you know, some Soundgarden and then roll into some Pink Floyd, you know, because
well, Ray and Lucian are gonna be staying at my house actually for this 6-week run, so that'll be even better.
Ooh, that's brilliant. Gonna be fun. All right, speaking of shows, I got a question that I ask everybody.
Oh,
I
good.
Want to know from each of you, because I'm sure it's going to be different from each of you, because now you guys are going to start touring, and you're going to be hitting a bunch of venues, and you know we're hoping for your great success, and so soon you're going to be a huge band, and you're going to have your choice of venues. If you could play anywhere in the world, where do you want to play the most? For me, if I was in a band, I would want to play the Hollywood Bowl. That's like my number one. I need to play that venue at some point in my life kind of place. What about you?
But Joe's not in a band, so his.
But I'm not in a band, so I'm just going to be the host at the Hollywood
Triangle.
Bowl.
I thought you were joining with the Triangle.
Yes, I can join you guys at the Triangle. That's perfect. All right, so where? Okay, Court. Where? If you could play anywhere in the world, where would you want to play?
I feel like I'm not going to choose some huge venue or anything like that. I would really like to play Great American Music Hall in San Francisco.
I knew you were going to go with something like that. That or like Bill Graham Presents or something.
No, because Great American Music Hall, it's not like a huge venue or anything, but it just feels like you're still very connected to the crowd in that kind of venue. The other one for me, I guess, would be like the main room at the Catalyst in Santa Cruz, because I grew up going there.
Oh, cool. I haven't heard that one yet.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Okay, Lucian, what about you?
Red Rock Amphitheater.
Oh, yeah, we got Red Rock. Okay,
very common answer.
3 for Red Rocks. 3 for Red Rocks now. I'm keeping tabs.
You're keeping tabs. Okay.
Let's see. I would probably want to play like the Gorge.
Oh, that's a good one.
I've heard of that.
Man, I've forgotten about
Where
that
is the Gorge?
It's in Washington.
Yeah.
Like Washington State?
Yeah, like Seattle area, right? Like outside of Seattle, or is it outside of Tacoma? I can't remember. It's fine.
I think it's like not necessarily close to either one of the cities. I think it's kind of like out there a little bit.
Yeah,
I remember when I went to...
It's in Quincy. That's wild.
When I went to Red Rock once, I got hailed on because the drive was like, 40 minutes out of town or something?
Oh, yeah. Okay. It is like past the mountains from
Seattle. And we're Californians, and I didn't know what hail was. I got hit with hail. We had to, like, my friend over-tipped the Uber driver because she felt bad because she thought the car got all messed up.
Oh, fuck.
It's awesome.
All right, Lucian, what about you? What's the venue of choice?
He said Red Rock.
Right?
Oh,
he said Red Rocks already.
Did everybody answer then?
Aldero.
I got
Aldero.
one. This is tough. So if time weren't an obstacle and we had a time machine,
of course,
time machine me.
I would go CBGB's. That would be
okay.
Oh man,
okay,
you're just doing hair too late on that one.
We're doing that. I'm going for Spaceland over in Silver Lake. Then that place closed like 10 years ago. That was like my favorite venue in all of Los Angeles.
But if we don't have a time machine, I'm gonna say Ryman Auditorium in Nashville.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, and remember, I was telling you about that band Bluephoria in Nashville. They got connections. You might actually be able to play there.
Yeah, I think they're playing.
Hell yeah!
Mm-hmm.
No way.
So cool.
Well, you guys have a string of dates coming up. You're playing throughout May and June at various places in the San Francisco, San Jose, Antioch area.
Don't forget Concord.
Uh-huh.
And Santa Cruz.
Yep.
Now, do you plan on doing more dates? Are you going to come down more southernly, or what's the deal there?
I don't think we're going to come down more southernly, but yes, we do have, maybe 5 more dates in this range, still kind of just going around the Bay Area. And then Ray and Lucian head out again, but we're eyeing, or at least I'm eyeing, and we'll figure something out, doing another run in like September or October and kind of expanding our range there.
Yeah,
so
I think
Ray and Lucian, are you guys going back east again? Back
so
far east again?
Before we head out that way, we're actually gonna go to, let's see, Oregon. We're doing this huge road trip, and like busking along the way. So we're going Oregon, Washington, Bozeman, Montana. We're gonna hit the Badlands.
Nice.
Iowa, St. Louis, Chicago, New Mexico, possibly Colorado, and then back out to Singapore and then to Thailand.
Hold on
when you get back, tell me how flat Iowa is.
Yeah, right.
I went to school out there. I went to college out there. So
my dad was from there. I just remember going there as a kid and going like, what? Like the tallest building's like 3 stories high, and everything is super flat.
Radio stations go like 800 miles or something.
Yeah, they totally do.
Yeah. So please tell me you'll be videotaping this busking trip somehow.
You guys have to.
Yeah.
You guys have to.
Like, go live on Insta or something every so often, because this is like, because we can donate online, can't we? We can throw a quarter or $1 into your cup.
Yeah, you want to get
digitally.
some donations? We want to get some stuff on. What's your Insta?
Last Planets or Ray's?
Yeah,
or
Last Planets. Last Planet.
Both.
Last Planet Band.
Oh, it's just everything is at Last Planet Band. That makes it very convenient.
At Last Planet Band.
What about you, Ray? What's your Insta so that we can follow your busking trip?
So our like joint busking Insta is Thrive Live Music.
Thrive Live Music.
That's our.
Well, now you have to go live now,
Yep.
Every so often, we got to check in on you. Keep tabs on Ray and Lucian out there. Make sure you're in Nebraska.
And if you are taking that road trip and you're that close, go to Yellowstone. I'm telling you, it is a life-changing experience.
Yeah, do a run or two. Okay, so we're going to play Seaglass here, your latest single, and then we'll have you on again in a month.
Sweet.
But first, I have to ask y'all a question. Now, I ask all bands this question, and there is no right or wrong answer, but you must answer. So here's the question. Would you rather get into a battle to the death with 1 horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? A battle to the death?
Oh,
Totally
so
the
hard.
one duck. Totally the one duck.
I was going to say the opposite.
What?
This is where the band
It's
splits
the
up.
size of a horse.
Yeah, but horses aren't that big. They're big, but it's not Godzilla,
I feel like 100 little ducks I could just kick through.
100 of anything is hard.
The band's breaking up over this question.
That's right.
I don't know.
No, not yet. I haven't seen you guys live yet.
Those tiny horses would be real cute, though. I kind of want to just see that. That's a nice way to die, is just looking at a lot of tiny horses.
Yeah, well, you could get through a few of them before you have your untimely horse death. Well, I'm sorry the band is breaking up over this question. I didn't intend that.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going to ask the big time questions like
Oh my
that.
gosh, man.
The gotchas.
I love that.
All right, Last Planet, thanks for coming on the program. We're going to play your song Seaglass now. Thanks so much for being on, and great success on your
Thanks, guys.
upcoming tour.
Thanks so much
for
guys.
having
Good
us.
to be back.
Yeah.
Great talking to y'all.
A vague hope, hiding somewhere all alone. Find my legs, leap onto another stone. Beneath the whiskey sea.